Good afternoon, Facebook. It's Gifford here from Killer Content Academy, and I'm jumping on to do a Facebook Live about the mixture between your personal brand and creating content that has both a human connection and also some systems in place to have as much of it automated as possible for your sanity. And I'm seeing a lot at the moment of talk around like creating a content machine, getting things done, like swipe files and, swiping blog posts, automating stuff. And for those of you who know my work, know that I talk a lot about building a system and building a process that is designed to make your content creation work for you in a really bespoke way. And here's what I think. I think that the way that I work with my clients is, the one-to-one clients I work with, we build a system that enables them to have the backbone of content mapped out in a strategy, planned. A lot of it can be created beforehand, but you need to build in some time and some space to jump in and do things on the fly, but with purpose, and to be able to respond in a really human way to what your clients and your customers and your audience need to hear from you. And as a personal brand, it's really important to have a connection still. And for, whilst there's a lot to be said for creating systems which make things easier, and I do a lot of that work behind the scenes about how to make a process that works, about how to, my little kitten, about how to make a process that really works for you, that, how to use smart research, how to embrace tech and really help you to do it all smarter. But we don't want to lose the element of human connection. And especially as a personal brand, you're connecting who you are and your you-ness to your audience. You're connecting your personality, the way that you work, all your experience, all that stuff. And you can't automate that. And I kind of want to take a stand against the kind of content as a machine. We don't want to feed the machine with more stuff that has no meaning, that has no substance to it, that has no kind of that doesn't have that connection, because that is where the emotional response from your audience will occur. That's where the tribe building happens. It's where, your raving fans will lie. It's where people that know you and your work will come to you, will flock to you, will become magnetized to you because you've taken the time to build in stories, to make an emotional connection, to consider how to really reach out to people. And that stuff you can't automate. That comes from standing really firm in your message, from understanding what your message is, what you want to communicate. And a lot of it also is from trial and error. It's from getting out there and starting to create and to send your message to your audience and to see what resonates and to tweak and evolve and to come back and plan and strategize. And it's not just a blanket approach of writing a million blog posts, having someone write them for you and getting it out and automating it on repeat. And that is not working smart. It's not making the most of your resources. It's not making the most of your brand. It's not making the most of the opportunity that we have online to communicate with people. And there's a real difference between churning out stuff for the sake of it and just, writing a blog post every week because you think you should, or doing a video every day because it's, you've seen someone do it, versus having an impact, versus, having a reason to connect, showcasing your skills, your experience, your behind the scenes stuff, allowing that connection to happen. And I think there's so many blueprints and rule books and swipe files and templates and ways of doing things that you should follow that we become blinded to going back to basics and just considering what it is that we actually want to communicate. So you can infuse your content if you replace the word content with stories, replace the word content with examples, as my cat has come to join us. It's Facebook Live with Ori. So it's about making that connection. And I would love to hear from those of you who are creating content or who maybe are stuck with how to make that connection with your audience. about the techniques that you're using, about how you're working, about the processes that you have in place, and whether you've built in some creative space as well, some time to think, some time to step away from your work and from working in your business, because often that's when you can allow that ideation stage. You can have some creative thinking to come into play, which will really elevate your storytelling, your content creation, and what you're doing online. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments, and I will get back to you. Okay, have an awesome Monday.